Much different than last game. He is maxed out. Last game he got about a 60 supply or 70 supply and went down and tried to attack the Protoss, and Protoss defended it nicely with Colossus. It was just one Colossus, I think, or yeah, no, actually two Colossus. One went down, and the second one came up to clean up the mess. Getting a nice creep spread here going. Oh. Just wanted to come down here and take out the Protoss unit that was guarding the Zanaga Tower. We're going to find out what happens here. Just watching the army. Oh, look at the Brewlords. We have Brewlords now. Brewlords, Overseers, Roaches, Hydras. Do we even have any Zerglings at all? I don't even... Do I see Zerglings in this army? I do not. Meanwhile, the Protoss army looks like sentries. A couple Zealots, a lot of Stalkers, 3 Colossus in this army, and an Immortal is in there too. Yeah, I don't think I want to be around this area very much when these two armies come together, because you're going to get poked by a spike from the Zerg, or you're going to get like hit with a spear or a freaking laser beam from the Protoss army. I mean, wouldn't be a very pretty sight when that all goes down. All right, when is it going to happen? We're going to find out. They're both maxed. We need a scan. You just kill the creep tumors. Alright, oh, the Protoss, he sacrifices a couple of Protoss units. That's fine. He can just warp in some more units, no problem. They're both floating. Look at the mineral floats. They're both floating like 5,000 plus. In fact, the Protoss has almost 7,500 minerals. So there's no reason why these two armies shouldn't be engaging here. I guess they just want to make sure they do it at the right time or get all their upgrades up, because level 3 is all going to be finished for the Zerg now, and look, a mothership is on its way for the Protoss. So yeah, mothership on its way for the Protoss. Where is that gonna go? There it is. It's being made here at this natural nexus. Ooh, we have movement from the Zerg player, just getting everybody in line, and here we go. He decides it's time to engage the Protoss. Oh my goodness. He moves the Overseers right over top of the Stalkers. That's not good. He needs to move those Overseers back. That's okay. He did a lot of damage to that Protoss army. Massive warp in from the Protoss. He needs the macro. The Zerg needs to remember the macro, but that's alright. He's still maxed right now. Just make sure to get his reinforcements down here. It's ASAP. He's doing a good job against this Protoss. Ooh, he's going to lose some Broodlords, because the Broodlords can't move as fast. And down they go. Those two Broodlords go down. Alright, so the battle has ended. egsDCXtreme did come out on the losing end of that. He's down 20 supply. Oh no, now he's just popped right back up. He macroed up his units. Has them all rallied here. Onto the creep. Notice how far down the creep is. It's basically down in front of the natural now of the Protoss. So everything that the Zerg has, these Hydras, these Roaches and everything, can just move freely, very quickly on this creep right down to the Protoss army. But here's the issue. Luckily the Zerg has Overseers because the mothership is here. In fact, you know what you can do with the mothership is you can just leave it here. Just leave it at the natural, like maybe like right in there somewhere, or like right over this circle, and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to send my army up there, and then when it's in trouble, just mass recall the entire army back to the natural. More bases going up for those Protoss. Here's another base over here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases now that the Protoss will have. We only have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 hatcheries for the Zerg player. There's his hive at the natural. There's his 4th base. There we go. He's putting down 2 more bases, so he will have 7 hatcheries then once these 2 hatcheries get finished. The engagement is happening on the creep. This is not what the Protoss wants to do. Oh my goodness, Vortex. Whoa. Wow, wow, wow. Anyways, they engaged each other here on the creep and lost the mothership. 105 units killed for the Protoss, 96 for the Zerg player. Look at the army counts now, 92, 94. It's about 160 in the army count now for the Zerg. 154 now. Wow, the Zerg just macroed up something insane. There we go. There's the income. The Protoss is more than double the income of the Zerg player, though. So that's going to hurt the Zerg player if he tries to continue to macro. He's not going to be able to as much as the Protoss can. Protoss are going to have so much money available to him. I didn't even look at to see how many gateways he has. He doesn't have his gateways hotkeyed, so I'm not going to try to go around and count, but he's got a few. Here comes the Zerg push again, keeping his Hydras in the back. Look at that. Look at that form. He has his Roaches here. His Zerglings are going in to do surround. Hydras in the back, and then the Broodlords are back here. That's almost exactly what you want in a fight like this. When the Zerglings in there to take the damage with the Roaches, the Hydras in the back dealing out the damage, and then the Broodlords way in the back, just watching over everything. And yeah, this is not looking good for the Protoss now. The Zerg can just keep sending in reinforcements, as many as he wants. Yep, this is GG for the Protoss. That income for the Protoss is what's going to save him for a little bit here. He has that, about twice as much income now as the Zerg. Oh, I see what went on. The Zerg player went over here and is scouting out bases and stuff. But that's not going to matter because the Zerg has just too much of an army. He's in the main now of the Protoss, and all these gates are going to go down. All the facilities, all the Robo Bay, the Twilight Council went down. They can get rid of these gateways. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know the gateways were down here. That's what's going on. Look at these Zealots. They're going to try to come over here and do some damage. He has 12 workers killed. That's okay. He can focus down the hatcheries, I guess. But man, this army for the Zerg player is just massive. He can just come right across the bottom here and kill off these Nexus. He can get these gateways also. Meanwhile, the Zealots are still here. They focused down that hatchery. That hatchery went down. Does he have Zealots in any other hatcheries? Nope, he doesn't. So let's check out the army tab again here. 138 to 48. Where is these Protoss army? Ah, there we. Nope, that's not it. There's his gateways. Ah, here we go. Here's his army. It's Archons and Zealots, and there's a Dark Templar hidden in there also. Watch out, these Zealots are on their way over to the main base of the Zerg player now. The Zerg is just content to be down here. He's like, yes, I'm actually doing something to my Protoss base. My opponent's Protoss base. And wow, these Zealots will take no time at all, just annihilating these buildings. Zerglings and Broodlings are getting surrounds on these probes. 40 probes killed now for Extreme. 154 to 46 in the army count. Protoss now is just going to try for a base trade. He's like, screw trying to defend that. That army's too big. I'm just going to go and try to see what kind of damage I can do in the main base of the Zerg. And what he's doing is he's just stopping the reinforcements from getting down there. So he's just going up, meeting these reinforcements, killing the reinforcements, and try to get into maybe the natural or the main of the Zerg player. Meanwhile, the Broodlords flew over. Oh, look at these changelings! Oh my goodness, that's funny. The Broodlords flew over all the gaps and the high grounds and stuff, and they could just do that forever. Meanwhile, Oh, I see, I see. Okay, so the Archons made it up into the main base of the Zerg player, and that's what's forced the Zerg to bring his Hydras back. And there is a GG from esghddevil. That was a pretty good macro game from the Zerg player. And that is game 2 with egsDCXtreme and Extreme tied 1-1.